Hello Libras, how are y'all doing? Those of you who have watched more than one video from me, have y'all not noticed that I squeak? Oh my goodness, I'm such a squeaker. I'm used to it, but people that don't know me, it's like, oh, I'm one of those that squeaks or squeals if you ever have to open those canned biscuits. Okay, now, on a serious note, Libra, I have been telling everyone with this set of tarot readings, I'm doing a road opening reading to help you guys deal with any hidden or suppressed pain or blocks that may be pulling up when Saturn goes into Pisces. So I have been time stamping. I'm trying to do this in most of my readings where if you are in a hurry and you don't have time to hear all this, or if you've already watched you know, if you're on the cusp of a sign, if you are cross-watching or, you know, watching all your Astro macros, then you don't have to keep hearing kind of the same intro, except you might want to if you have time, because I'm trying to kind of go over, I didn't do the Aries, which I feel bad about, but I'm trying to go over kind of the houses that may be affected for you. Like for you, it's going to be your 6th house, which involves work, health, service, duties, cleanliness. So some of you guys may have some health issues that arise during the Saturn going into Pisces, and you may have, I mean, think about it all at once. If you're not feeling good, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with new routines and cleanliness, right? I had to deal with that when I first became a spoonie. It was like once I became sick for an extended period of time, learning how to take care of my home and everything was a completely different experience for me. And then I really do feel like, you know, it's how are you of service to others? How are you pulling in your weight? And how are people doing that for you? What are your duties in this life, whether it's personal or work related? I definitely think health should be something I'll focus on. Now, Pisces itself is 12th house, so it's going to be ruling spirituality. Saturn is discipline. Pisces is spirituality, is intuition, it's also illusion. So Saturn may actually be dealing with all of us collectively over when is it intuition and when is it illusion. You can find so many empaths, psychics, intuitives who fall prey to becoming delusional because they believe everything that they hear and they're so good at picking stuff up. Now, it doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. It's just the fact that they, like psychically, they just forget that they have to include common sense. Because there are trickster spirits and energies out there in the world. And what you're hearing, if you're picking up on stuff, it doesn't mean that you're not actually picking up on something sending you that. It just means that that could be something that is false that's sending it to you. You see what I mean? Saturn's going to be dealing with that in a lot of people. What belief systems do we have spiritually that are false? Which ones are real? Which religions are going to be challenged during this time? Because they have certain opinions or set rigid ways. Sometimes Saturn rewards those who are very, very stern and disciplined, but sometimes you get in trouble for it because it can lead to arrogance and narcissism, right? And also on the world stage, I've mentioned this too, you know, Pisces is going to deal with the oil and gas industry, the oceans, things along those lines. We're going to see Saturn putting in some discipline, aren't we? I had listened to one astrologer and he was pretty good. And he even brought up the fact that he expects to see some more regulations when it comes to cruise ships because of all of the toxins they're putting in the ocean and whatnot. And how much you want to bet the Saturn going into Pisces is going to make all that play out, right? Okay, and let's see. I do have a giveaway video up if you guys want to watch it. And I have some items that I plan on giving away. I also was thinking about giving away some crystals. Here's another one. It's so strange because it's like, it's not this perfect crystal. It's a milky quartz, but look, it stands up by itself. And it's a beautiful specimen that we found digging here. We live in the Ouachitas and it's a crystal grids everywhere. It's wonderful energy where I live. Okay. Also, if any of you are interested in supporting me, those of you who are returning viewers, I do have readings and spreads up in my Etsy shop. I am thinking about trying to do video readings at some point. I don't know. May wait until I can get monetized where I can have memberships eventually so we can do lives together. Oh, which that's way down the road, right? And then we have the Hamsa 3-pack necklaces I have in my Poshmark. There's a lot of other stuff. Sometimes I will flip old clothes so it doesn't end up being sent to landfills overseas. I like to salvage some if I find them. Let's see. The 3-pack of Hamsa necklaces are kind of like on dog tag style chains, which I love. I wear my talisman on that because it's so heavy duty. And you can add your own talisman to those necklaces too. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yes, please like and comment. I do not get enough comments. Nice comments though. If you're a jerk, I'm just gonna block you. Boo. Okay, and then sub if you want some more, of course. I think that is it. I'm trying to get these faster because I have been making these so long, and it's taking a lot out of me. A lot. I apologize to you guys who are like, when is she ever going to post another reading? Because it has been taking a lot out of me. A lot of personal stuff going on in my life has been taking a lot out of me. And then trying to start doing some short little mini reads, and I'm going backwards in those signs because I don't think it's fair that Pisces and Aquarius always have to wait last in line. It's not fair. Okay, so in this road opening reading, what is your pain? What's blocking you? How can we get that to open up so you can get your blessings back, right? And the reason why you're in pain is a Knave of Coins reversed. I have a feeling already that some of you have a mooch. Could be an adult child. It could be a partner. Most likely either younger than you or very immature in the way they behave. And this mooch is taking more than they're giving on a consistent basis. Okay, and then what is blocking you? We have the 6 of Cups. It very well could be children for some of you guys. It really could be. You may have children that are using you, needy, just sucking you dry financially, won't grow up, won't move out of the house. That could be what's going on with some of you. And of course, these days, it's almost impossible to survive. I mean, the job markets don't pay enough for a person to live on their own. They just don't. So what do you do when you feel so much for your child and they're bringing you down, but you really care about them and you need them to pull their weight? This is like a battle I feel like a lot of people are facing because some children are not wanting to grow up and there seems to be no hope in sight, so it demotivates them even more. And that is something that I'm watching. Like, is this, like, I'm already preparing, like, what are going to be my decisions? Because my children are going to be grown in a couple of years. So, like, I have one child that's pretty easy. My son is much more difficult. And I know you can't just throw him out, right? You can't just, I mean, you can. I've thought about it when I'm really mad. But, you know, parents care. You care. And so what are your options, right? I feel like that's what some of you are going through. Now, some of you are actually going through that young, immature mentally partner, and you may actually have some issues because either you have children with this person or you were so love bombed in the beginning of the relationship that nostalgia is keeping you from moving on. Now, your secret enemy, your foundation or source of the problem is the Queen of Wands. Okay. Immediately, I already feel like some of you know that your partner's cheating on you. I don't know if you know, like if you have proof, but I feel like they are not only not pulling their weight financially, but I mean, when you see this Queen of Wands, this is a source of your pain, of the problem, and a secret enemy. This may be something you don't know, And if you're wondering why your partner is slacking and never pulling their weight and not doing what's right, how come they never have time to help out around the house and yet they don't really work full time or something along those lines? Because they're busy with someone else. And a lot of times these types of feminine energies, they can be women who, or I mean, it can be trans women even. It's just feminine in general. Women who, basically, what would you call it? Like this close to prostitution. You know, they want to be paid for their services, and yet I mean, the dating scene is rampant with that. If you go, I don't care if you go to old school Craigslist or dating sites, there's going to be those that offer, you know what, for in exchange for drinking alcohol, partying, a good time, taking them out to eat. And a lot of these immature idiots who are spending all their, okay, I'm picking up that this person may be actually gambling. They have a money problem. They're gambling. They're blowing their money even sometimes before they get it. I don't know how they're doing that, but they're doing it. And they might be sleeping with prostitutes. If they're not, it's those dates that are kind of like that, where they think that they're valuable if they can pick up women on dating sites for one night stands. All they're doing though is that's how some of these women are actually getting free food. Like it's legitimately paying their, you know, their good time because they don't have the money to go have a good time. They are literally exchanging services for alcohol and drugs and cigarettes and, you know, a place to crash, right? And some of these women are really bad about stealing what's in their wallet. And these idiots fall for it. They fall for it. They're so stupid. They let these women in their homes. And it could even be, you know, it could be anyone in their feminine energy. They let them in their home and sleep with them. And they like wake up the next morning and their wallet's gone. This person has probably gone through that, gone through a lot. They just can't quit. They're addicted to gambling. They're addicted to sex. They're addicted to alcohol or drugs. And I mean, it was really strange when I picked up on the gambling thing. Because I don't feel like this person has like, I mean, some of you may be, but some of you, this person may not even have a casino nearby. It's going to be gambling in some other form, almost like online games, where they're just spending all their money on gaming, like fake stuff, you know, where you buy like fake items in games. It's just like they're blowing their money and they're addicted to just immediate gratification, and it's becoming a problem. Okay, and then for some of you that may be having a child problem, the source of your pain could even be like you trying to be a positive, good Queen of Wands, but they just don't respect it. So if you're trying to stand in your power, trying to take over your home, want to have a passionate, happy, fulfilled life, but you have a child or children who are disrespecting that, it can actually bring down your belief in yourself, your self-confidence. Like with disrespectful children don't realize how much they tear down the confidence of their parents, right? Okay, now how are you going to overcome this problem? We've got the Three of Coins reversed, which means you can't be working things out with them anymore. This person is consistently feeding you lines, word salad, consistently like talk, making excuses, trying to keep you in their life, trying to stay in your life. You can't keep giving in. You can't keep cooperating. It is as simple as that. You quit cooperating with this person and you will solve that problem. The thing is not a debate. This is not a collaboration. This is a decision that you make. You see what I'm saying? Now, how can you return to sender their negativity and regain your blessings? If this is a person or a group of people, you know, children, what have you, that are causing you a lot of pain and destruction, how can you be like, you know what, all of this pain that I'm carrying, isn't mine. I'm reacting to what they're doing, and what they're doing is very negative. It's got very negative consequences. Let me go ahead and send that negativity back to them. It's not my responsibility to transmute that. A lot of times people that have big hearts or empaths, psychics, intuitives, sensitive people, we have the tendency to subconsciously like pull in their negativity. And when we get upset or hurt, or if you feel that heaviness you're carrying around you, it's because you're literally trying to transmute their bullshit. And you have to realize, wait, this is not my BS to transmute. It's just not. If you have the gift of transmuting negative energy, you're not going to be completely drained or exhausted from it. Some of us have that gift. I know with my ascendant Pluto 12th house, I do. But our gift is not to transmute it for negative, bad people. Negative, bad people are drawn to people that can transmute negativity because they feel better around you. This person may subconsciously want to be around you, not only for your money, but also because they notice that they get revived, rejuvenated. Their battery gets recharged when they're around you because you subconsciously pull in their negativity and you take it on yourself. It's almost like you're carrying their cross. Their cross is theirs to bear. Their load is theirs to bear. You're trying to take it on yourself. It's not for you to take on. They need to be dealing with their maker and handing it over to Creator, Lord, whatever you want to call it, and work with themselves and spirit to transmute their own crap. When we're gifted to transmute negativity, it is for those who need it. Those who are in pain, those who are suffering, those who are victims, those who are starving, those who are homeless, those who are sick with cancer. You know, we need to be able to have the energy to transmute energy that's bad for those who need help. We're not here to be someone's dumpster. And I feel like this person has been treating you as a dumpster, okay? So how can you return what belongs to them? Regain those blessings. We have the King of Wands reversed. Woo, Lord. Isn't that strange? The secret source you're paying is the Queen of Wands. Returning it with the King of Wands reversed. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm feeling kind of, because this is actually going to be way more impactful than this other person realizes. But how come? And guys, again, when I mention a sex, take what resonates, leave the rest. It's a general reading. Flip where you need to flip, okay? But say this is a man who acts like a little man-child around you, okay? And they act immature, they act like they don't have their stuff together, but yet whenever they get Queenie Wands over here, all of a sudden they act like they're hot stuff, right? Okay, make them own up to that. Like, why can't they act like that all the time? Why can't they act so masculine all the time? I have a feeling that you're going to have to call them out when they start acting immature. And a King of Wands reversed, even though that is a lot of times this is an older person, over 40, and they are impulsive, reckless, ruthless, hasty, can actually have addiction issues. Now, the thing is this person can be extremely toxic. And you are going to have to send it back, give it back. You don't take on their crap. You can't do it. And so you may even have to bring this side out of them, make them man the F up or woman the F up, because they are trying to kind of skirt responsibility, except for when they want what they want, which is a good time. So when you actually hold them accountable, they are going to lose their, you know what, expose those true colors. And this is going to be a consistent thing until eventually you realize that you have no desire to work with them. Why are you cooperating with someone who refuses to be accountable or responsible? Now, your secret strength is the Four of Swords. Oh, I have a feeling I know exactly what this is. Now, some of you may not be in the position to do this, okay? You guys, I'm sure if y'all watched enough tarot readings, you know what Four Swords means, right? It's usually like it's like a tomb. Someone's at rest. It's resting, introspection, calmness, recovering. It can be being passive. Whether you are a mother of disrespectful children or you feel like a mother to a disrespectful partner, what would happen if, this is what I love about number 6, okay? Oftentimes, what we get as your secret strength is what typically looks like a weakness for that sign. Like for Leo, we got the strength reversed. For Virgo, we got something that was like the Empress. Like some people are kind of get tired of how Virgos can hold their ground so well and be so accountable that they seem, a little bit naggy or know-it-all-ish. But these are actually their strengths, okay? The things that look like their weaknesses, they're really your strength, okay? People know Libras and Pisces and certain soft, loving energies have the tendency to be a little bit passive-aggressive. They really don't like to fight. I have a Libra stellium. I will avoid confrontation like the plague. I will. Now, if you put me in my corner, my Aquarius will come out, and so will my Scorpio ascendant, and I'll come out stinging, and you'll be hurt. You'll be running away with your tail tucked under. But I hate hurting people. It hurts me to hurt people. So, I avoid conflict at all costs. I literally would, lock myself up and avoid people than to be ugly, right? And I'm sure most of you Libras can completely relate. And the weakness of that is being passive, passively letting someone take over, take you for granted, take advantage of you, right? Okay, how can you flip that on its head? How can you flip the script and make it your strength? Your greatest strength is your greatest weakness and vice versa. How can we flip it? Get passive consciously, intentionally. Don't do it to avoid confrontation. Do it to bring out the truth. If you have disrespectful children, quit cleaning up after them. Don't do it. Legit, don't do it. I know it would drive you crazy, have a messy house. But just if you have to put their dirty dishes in their room, just hope you don't have kids that get violent or anything. Whatever you can do to stand your ground, get really passive. Make them see what it's like without you, right? And then with this immature partner who may be actually doing the same thing as a child would do, what would happen if you got really passive and you no longer had any extra money for them to go get alcohol or cigarettes with? Or what if you, quit doing overtime because you're just tired? For those of you who are able, what if you just quit your work and just started sitting at home? I'm suggesting that, but trying to say, what would happen if you just literally, walked away from the situation, quit putting in all the effort and the work while they're running around, acting like they're hot stuff everywhere else? I have a feeling that I think they're taking you for granted. I don't think they realize how much you work. So if you really just got passive and just quit trying, what would happen? What would happen if you just don't care what they do anymore? Quit working with them, but also quit picking up their trash. Quit doing the work for them. Quit don't exhaust yourself. And I also really think that with that being your secret strength, I think a lot of you are already kind of doing this. But here's another thing I've really noticed when I'm doing these readings. A lot of times what your secret strength is what the other person is shaming you for. So if they're shaming you for any passivity, if they're like, you're so codependent, Libra. You're so passive-aggressive, Libra. You never speak up and tell me what's on your mind, Libra. If they're doing any of this stuff to try to get you going, understand they're shaming you because they want to break that part of you. They want to make that part of you something you remove. That's removing a part of who you are, who your core being is. don't be ashamed of that part of you. Be very proud of that part of you. Love that part of you. Reignite that part of you. And understand that you can actually utilize that part of you very, very effectively. And that you should be, you know, grateful for that personality trait. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't let anyone make you be ashamed of who you are. Because that's not love. Okay. Now, we also have how can you level up and break through fast and kind of turbocharge this number 4 card, which is, and if you know, if I mention the numbers, this is how this spread goes. I don't mind if you want to write this down so you can do your own spread, because this is a very specific read. And I will try to get this spread up on my Etsy shop. Sometimes I sell them for a few dollars just so I can have a little support money. But, you know, this is so specific. I feel like if you were to do this with your own tarot cards, you could benefit from it to get a more personal reading. Okay, so that would be the High Priestess reversed. Ooh, so if you want to turbocharge number 3 or number 4, which is 3 of Pentacles reversed, are you already thinking what I'm thinking? What is the High Priestess reverse? If it's not using your intuition, which we don't want you to not use your intuition, it's telling secrets. Maybe not only should you be passive when you want to, intentionally, consciously, but maybe you should actually allow yourself to speak your mind when you want to. After all, aren't they shaming you for that if you don't? So what if you just kind of say, yeah, by the way, you know, your skank just texted you again. Your side piece just, you know, texted your phone again, asking when y'all can hook up. I notice you seem to leave around, you know, 2 hours from now every day on this day of the week or whatever. Or, you know, any secrets that you know about this person that you know are dirty. Like, let me ask you a question. Do you know some things about this person that are so bad that that's another reason why they beat you down? Because I know if they beat you down and make you feel bad enough about yourself, you'll never tell anyone else what they do. You see what I'm saying? So what if you just casually slip out a few secrets to someone? I don't know. What if you casually slip out at work that he had an STD last fall, or she, and you know that their side piece is also where you work, and it kind of gets around. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you might just have to play with this stuff a little bit. And again, since this is so specific, I've been telling people in my other readings too, this is technically for entertainment purposes only, because I know that we are like free counselors as tarot readers on YouTube. People do legit come to us because it's like free therapy, right? Free closure and stuff. But don't take any of our advice without using your own common sense, because this is not a personal reading and we can't give legal advice, that sort of thing, right? But if you were to take what I'm saying and apply it with how it resonates to you and use your own common sense, make your own decisions, how could this play out, right? Now, if you have, whether you have an immature partner or children, how can opening your mouth turbocharge not working together? Maybe it is actually telling them, look, I'm not working with you anymore. I have a dirty little secret. I have a dirty little secret too. I'm fed up with you. You disgust me. Your breath stinks. You snore all night. Your crap smells up the bathroom for half an hour. You're a glutton. You eat the whole fridge up within a day. Like, what if that's it? Like, what if it's you telling your secrets too? Like, here's the thing, okay? Even though, like I said, do not be ashamed of yourself whatsoever. Sometimes I have seen, I don't know why is Libra and Pisces the two signs I know that are the worst about this? Pisces are a little bit more emotional, but both Libra and Pisces do this. And like I said, I have both in my chart, so don't judge me. Like, don't think I'm judging y'all, I should say. Okay. Why is it that they're infamous for not telling people what's bothering them until it piles up and then it all like spills out at once? Like, people like hate that. I've had it done to me before by Pisces, and I was like, oh, what? So, but maybe it's time to spill, honey. Maybe it is. I gotta stop the start. These readings have been so long that I'm having to like stop and start it because the phone will do this thing and then I have to piece it together and it takes hours. So I'm never gonna upload it in time. I keep thinking I will do a live. Maybe I should. Not that anyone's gonna hardly watch it live. It's just that at least it will keep going, right? It's just that I can't see. Like, I don't think I can see the comments unless I had the phone really close. And I don't want any creepers coming on and doing nasty comments because they just, you know how there's like weirdos that live in their mommy's basement that do that with their free time. So I just kind of would like to, I have a desktop over here so I can like see the comments. I'm still not sure I have the energy to tackle that because I feel like it's till I get used to it, it'll be a distraction trying to look at comments over here, do a reading over here, but maybe I should because this takes forever to put these together and I want to get these out for y'all faster. Okay, so where is X? I don't want to lose it. I know I was saying something so good. I do think that y'all should spill the beans. Spill the beaners. What is it that the kids were saying that the new Gen Z says, spilling the tea or something? I don't know. So, yeah. For some of you, you may just have to let them know that you know their secrets. For some of you, you may have to tell their secrets to other people. Quit covering up for an asshole. And then for some of you, you may just have to go ahead and be brave and do what you know that they probably have made fun of you for that in the past too. Oh, well, you complain about all this stuff and, you know, you wait a year to tell me. Who cares? Don't let them shame you. If you have a whole laundry list of secrets, emotions pent up, let it go and say, this is why I don't want to work with you anymore, whatever, you know. And I have been seeing a lot of kind of sort of breakup reads with these readings. So I know they're not going to resonate with every single person that has subbed with me. I do feel like this is what Spirit is pulling out because with Saturn going into Pisces, a lot of people are going to be dealing with why they have been tolerating really negative relationships for extended periods of time. Those hidden aspects of us that cover up for bad people, right? Now, we are going to look, I have Kipper for these last two. Oh, that is wild, guys. Are you kidding me? I got both the living room and the house reversed. Both has to do with the house and living room. That is really strange to get both of those, isn't it? Okay, and one is how your troubled enemy will meet its end and demise. And I've got that living room reversed. I'm telling you. For some of you, you do need to kick someone off your couch. I'm not kidding. You need to kick them off your couch. They're sleeping on your couch. You need to see ya. Right? Again, use common sense. Also, I have seen this before where you might really truly need to start doing some digging. If you like have a Roku on your TV, you might be able to see what their YouTube history is, or you might be able to find something under the couch. You see what I'm saying? Something that gives you a clue of where they're going or what they're doing and why are they being so sneaky. And then how can you receive the ultimate victory? We have the house reversed. It's strange because I feel like for some of you, it would actually be giving up the house. Instead of actually kicking them off the couch, you might be like, you know what? I'm tied to you because of this stupid house. And I make my own money, so see ya. And you may be afraid to walk away because you know that you have a house tied up financially with this person. And you might have to actually just decide what's more important, your sanity or the house, the home. You know what I'm saying? But we'll clarify and see. So we have another half hour now that we can clarify. Not that it'll take that long. I hope not. I really do like taking my time and being really clear with these things because I feel like, you know, some of my favorite tarot readers online do take a long time. I like some short ones too. I do. But some of them, they take a long time and I enjoy it. I'll try to put on when I have like, what would you call it? Like my morning coffee or something. Page of Swords, bottom of the deck. I don't, let's see what's the bottom of that one. Ace of Swords reversed. Got some sword energy popping out, guys. Okay. So we have that Knave of Wands or Page of Wands clarified by the... What is up with all the sword energy all of a sudden? I know you guys are also air, but I feel like this is going to be certainly communication, because this is a lot of sword coming out, guys. We have Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords. Okay. And that's just clarifying this, right? Isn't that strange? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. This person or people, whatever, have actually been blinding you to your own power. I think they've been like, how they've been getting away with using you is because they have been kind of trying to like press down your intuition, your inner knowing, your ability to communicate, your ability. They probably shut you down a lot. They probably gaslight you, overpower you verbally, deflecting, blame shifting so much that you feel like you've lost your authority, and you know it's in here somewhere. It's just with this person, you feel blocked. Now, the Six of Cups is actually clarified with the Justice reversed. Y'all could be dealing with another Libra sign that's kind of negative, but okay, it could be simply that you see an injustice. And because you see an injustice, it bothers you. So if it's children, you really don't want to throw them out because you love them. You don't feel like the world is a very just place right now, right? And then also you have, maybe you have children with this person and you're afraid that they're going to treat you unjustly in the court system and take your kids away. Or, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you might have a lot of fear around, that's what's blocking you. You may be afraid to leave this person because you love your children more than yourself. And oftentimes when we become mothers, we certainly do sacrifice for our children. And sometimes that means we stay in situations that are not healthy for us because we want to make sure that they're okay. And then that Queen of Wands reversed is clarified by the Eight of Swords reversed. I'm sorry, Queen of Wands is upright. It's clarified by the Eight of Swords reversed. Guys, for some of you, this is honest to God that, okay, the secret source of the problem really is you coming into Queen of Wands energy and standing up to abuse, standing up to neglect, standing up to possibly child endangerment or cruelty. And I feel like the reason why that's a secret source of your pain is because you hate being that person. No Libra energy likes to be like pushy. You know, we don't want to have to, I mean, I know when I've had to stand up for my kids before in the past, it was the hardest thing in the world. Not because I don't want to stand up for them, but standing up to their dad or standing up to anything. It's like my insides are just shaking because it's so hard for me to stay strong in the face of adversity for extended periods of time. Because it just exhausts me. I just don't like that confrontation, like I said. And I feel like some of you guys have been in this energy for a minute. And that's why your secret strength is recuperating, because you are exhausted. You have been having to be fiery and stand your ground. Okay, here's the thing is so weird. It's Libra energy. I know, like I said, it's stellium here. We put up with so much shit. And we let people stomp all over us for so freaking long. And then when we finally stand up for ourselves, people lose it. Like, oh, you're so mean. You're so aggressive. You have an anger problem. And it's like, because they especially say that for us, Aquarius, because I also have the Aquarius stellium. And it's like, look, I can't let this happen anymore. This has gone too far. And I'm putting my foot down. And yes, when Mama Bear comes out, it ain't pretty. You don't mess with my kids. I'm willing to go to prison for my kids. I'm willing to die for my kids. Ain't no doubt about that. And so if that's what you're feeling, oh my God, like that is, I feel you, because that is exhausting. That is so hard to recover from. It's the most disgusting energy, but you know what? You would do it again. Ain't no way you wouldn't if you're protecting what you love. Now, let's see. How to return to sender. We have the Tower reverse, that King of Wands. Okay, for some of you, this is it. This is it. Okay, this is an older person too. This is a husband too, or a partner that you're living with. And you're afraid. You're afraid. It's not about kids that are growing up. You're trying to protect your children, okay? And the funny thing is you have a masculine partner who is a major tyrant. And if you're wanting to return that energy to sender, with that Tower reverse, it usually means kind of like an inner tower or recovering. But I think it's where you're like, no, here, take it back. This is your mess, you clean it up. This is your drama, you deal with it. I think this person has been using you to transmute their negativity. And if you no longer allow them to verbally abuse you or to throw all of their baggage on you, if you literally just like give it back to them, don't allow them to use you anymore, oh my God, like if they have to deal with their own tower, not only will you feel a huge weight lifted off of you, they will be crushed under the weight of their own karmic crimes that they have to finally face, which I'm pretty sure Saturn going into Pisces will make them face it. Don't forget that this is a very long transit. I don't know if I told you at the beginning, but you know, it's going in there March 7th, stays there till May 24th, 2025. And then it comes back in on September 1st, 2025 until February 13th, 2026. That's a long transit. Okay. Now we have the living room reverse clarified with the Chariot. Yeah, I do think some of you will be, it is maybe different for different people. Some of you will be having to move or make someone else move out. Someone probably is sleeping on your couch or you're sleeping on a couch. Some of you may have an adult child and an immature partner and you're having to deal with them both. And you may even have an adult child that's sleeping on the couch and won't go out, and they're like, you're staying for that kid, and you're like, you know what, you need to go and grow up, and I'm leaving too. You know? Okay. Now, let's see here. And the High Priestess is clarified by both the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. So if you might be telling secrets or letting something out, it might be about the fact that all the passion has died in your relationship. There's absolutely none. You were 0% attracted to this person. Like you could care less if they ever got near you with a 10-foot pole again. If you were to tell that to a masculine, their pride would be so hurt that this is going to come out. You might not have told them that yet. You may have been standing up for your children or standing up for someone you care about, but have you told them that? Is it true? And then also, you might tell them that, like, you have no fear of being kicked out anymore. Maybe you used to. Maybe you don't care anymore. Maybe you want to be kicked out. Maybe you want to go, you know? Or maybe you'll be telling that partner that you can't be protecting your child anymore. That it's not about if they're an adult child. Like it's their decision on if that person stays or not, right? You're going to do your own thing. You have to care about you. How about your future, your retirement? Why is no one thinking about you here, right? And like I said, y'all can flip whatever because this is general read. And then we have the House reverse is clarified by the Five of Cups reverse. Guys, I'm telling you, some of you have got to quit mourning over what you feel like you're going to lose, because we all have this tendency to want to cling to what we know, what we feel safe in. And especially if you're in your feminine energy, women really desire, or people in their feminine really desire security, safety, stability. And when you don't have that, it's very, very terrifying. But sometimes we have to let go of that safety, that buffer. Life is not going to always let us be safe. It's not always going to protect us from the unknown or what we feel comfortable in. And that is definitely most certainly a Libra thing as well. That Libras don't like to be uncertain or in the unknown. It's very terrifying, okay? And that's all right. You've mourned over it quite a bit, haven't you? You've already cried about this a lot. It's probably already kept you up quite a few nights, and that's okay. But now it's time to move on into the unknown, and it's all right. It is. It's okay. Life is not about staying safe. It's about learning lessons so that we can move on, transmute a lot of our own baggage, get rid of a lot of our own heavy weights and burdens, because we can't really level up when we pass on to the next dimension if we're still weighed down by what we think we have to be happy. Now we have the Two of Keys reversed for your Akashic, which I think is actually a good thing. Because the upright is the Treasure, and it's like a guy upset because it looks like he sort of got robbed. So let's see what it says. Reverse, where are you at? There you are, darling. Okay, Two of Keys reversed. I think that you Libras will feel so much better once you get through this. Most of us will. It's a tough time period. I'm going through my Neptune square Neptune. If any of you are in your late 30s or early 40s, do your transits, because not only are we dealing with Saturn Pisces stuff, you're dealing with your Pluto square Pluto, then your Neptune square Neptune, and then your Uranus opposed Uranus, and that is the midlife crisis, about age 38 to 42, I think. It's tough. It's very, very tough. You will not come out the same. Okay. In this exciting reversal, the lid on the chest with the Treasure of Light has fallen open. Some disruptive events may have made you feel vulnerable, but you haven't defined yourself through loss. You've unveiled your spirit and recognized the wealth of light and power inside you. The immediate future fills with manifest opportunity as well as new and abundant offerings from the universe that are coming to you now. I love it. I love it. And here's why. I have to remind myself this too, because I'm going through a lot of my own trials. Who isn't, right? And when we remove a lot of this baggage, a lot of these attachments, a lot of this fear, we make space for healing. We make space for new abundance. We make space for new love, new relationships, new joy. So you don't have to cling to what you don't want to cling to, which I don't think you are. It looks to me like you actually are not defining yourself in loss. You're finally realizing your worth, and it's not worth staying with someone who's harming you, right? Okay. Now... okay, yeah. Woo, guys. A lot of this is warning about this person. Listen to this. Your spirit guides are warning you. Some person who is lonely wants you for all the wrong reasons. Be warned or get burned. Then we have Alpha, Ego, Grandiose, Narc. That's pretty much what a King of Wands is. I would say the Emperor reverse and a King of Wands reverse would be the most grandiose narcissist. You know, a King of Cups reverse might be more of a covert, I suppose. Okay. I stay up all night missing you. No one can replace you. Is that person? Is that what they tell you? I'm wondering. Or is that what they tell every person they sleep with? I also wonder if there might not be someone else already in the wings that Spirit has preparing for you. Someone that is genuinely missing you. But if this is that other person trying to guilt you with fear, obligation, guilt, fog, I wouldn't fall for it. Look, they're pure drama. And investigate is not all what it seems. That definitely, when we've got this living room and then this house reversed, I'm telling you guys, y'all are probably going to find something. There's probably something in your house, specifically in your living room, where you might find something that helps give closure. That may be the secret that comes out. So, I think that's it, guys. If you made it this far, please like. I want to get some more reviews. I love doing this, and I'm just not getting enough, and it's so frustrating. I was getting on a lot, but I had to publish a lot more. I was putting out like every sign every week, and it seems like since I've started doing these really intense spreads, it's taking me forever. So my views are dropping. It's making me mad. Okay, and then what else? Yes, comment. If any of this relates, don't be shy, comment. Would y'all be more likely to comment if I did lives? Because I really would like to interact with my peoples, with my tarot peoples. And then last up, if you want more, of course, I do love you and I do bless you. Until next time.